Okay, I will present my procedure text about how to be alone. Being alone can feel difficult at times, even if you are choosing to be alone. But on the bright side, being alone allows you to truly focus on what you want out of life. Some people avoid solitude like a plague. Others love being alone and thrive best in solitude. Unfortunately, in Indonesian society, loneliness is one of the most common reasons for misery, like mental illness and addiction. So I think it's very important that people know how to spend their time alone in a healthy way and not seeing it as a punishment, but rather as an opportunity to grow as a person. First, be your own best host. When you spend time alone at home, imagine that you are a guest in your own house. How would you treat a guest? How do you talk to a guest? When we impolite or mean to our guests, they will probably don't like being around us. So the way we talk to ourselves and also if we cook ourselves a nice meal should as good as with the same love as we will do for others. Taking care of ourselves means taking care of our environment. Spending time alone in a tidy house has a better impact in our mood than spending time alone in a mess. So preparing ourselves for some me time by cleaning house, by tidying house is a great start. Realize that we are always connected. Most people feel lonely when they are physically alone, like on a Saturday night, while other people are outside partying and drinking and watching movie with his girlfriend. That is when the dreadful fear of lonely. This sense of being separated from all this fun, joy, and pleasure can really make people suffer. For anticipate this, some people do unhealthy pleasures like drinking, drugs, watching porn, just to remove the pain of loneliness. Actually, loneliness is just a perception. We can perceive loneliness as something bad and horrible. We can perceive as lonely even though we are not alone. Have you ever felt lonely in the middle of the crowd? This is why some people feel lonely in groups, while others feel connected when they are alone. In reality, everything in this world is connected. We are all part of one big universe, and we are all made from the same stuff. On earth, we come from the same soil, breathe the same oil, breathe the same air, drink the same water. If we realize this, how can we possibly be lonely? And then sit with it. Being alone is an excellent opportunity for introspection. By going inwards, we might find out what bothering us, what we want to change, etc. These are difficult things to contemplate sometimes, but doing it can help us tremendously in the long run. Also, the practice of meditations means that we observe our thoughts and physical sensations. This means that we can learn what's actually happening inside us in a way that we normally don't. If we become aware of certain anxieties, anger, tension, tiredness, and so on, and accept them, they will eventually dissolve. Again, this can be experienced as discomfort, but it's a much healthier way to get into calmer state than self-medicating with drugs or alcohol. And then it's your dream. Being around people all the time can be a lot of fun, but it also gravitates us to do as they do, like watching the same television shows, talking about the same subjects, and having the same opinions. It's the herd mentality, which could be detrimental to achieving your goals and dreams. Spending time away from the herd can not only give us new perspective by introspection, it also creates the opportunity to actually do what we want to do regardless of what other people think. All achievement come with sacrifice, so that's why it makes perfect sense to sacrifice parties, drunk night, dinner with girlfriend in order to build something for ourselves. When you are creating something in solitude, you will begin to embrace your time alone. and you will less likely to develop unhealthy addiction. You simply don't have time for that. I love being alone. I can go to anywhere, read whenever I want, do whatever I want. I feel so much love in myself and my environment. When I am paragliding or jogging, I often find myself in a state of joy, which I could best describe as a stage in which nothing is missing. Everything is there now in the present moment. It's the opposite of addiction. It's highly fulfilling. And doing something I love is enjoyable. In this state, it's quite difficult to feel lonely. Thank you very much for your attention.
MashaAllah. Okay, it seems that you are quite experienced, so you know what to do. Okay, so it's open for feedback Q&A. Please do enjoy the session. You don't have to wait for my confirmation.
In the Burmese. Hello, Mr. I want to confirmation about what you're presenting. Maybe it's different about alone and loneliness. These are different things. What do you think about it?
Different being lonely and alone. In Indonesia, alone means sendiri and lonely is kesendirian. Or I think lonely is like kesepian, I think. In this presentation, I describe that as like that.
That you mean
Alone,
that loneliness, right? Not alone.
yes, loneliness. Loneliness. And alone is when in your and when you they are not in your, you have no other people in around you like that. That is alone.
Yes, alone without loneliness is no problem, right? But alone and loneliness is a problem. It's a mental problem, right?
Yes.
And maybe someone with have another person in their life, they can feel loneliness too, right?
Yes, of course.
How to handle it? Do you have some
How to handle
the loneliness
when we feel loneliness in the middle of the crowd? Is it like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, I think we can. That is I stated in the slide second. In reality, we are always connected. We come from the same soil, breathe the same air, and drink the same water. We are always connected. And if we realize that, how we can possibly feel lonely? Maybe like that. That is my logic.
Okay, do you have a spiritual state, right? And you say about meditation, right?
Meditation, I have not mentioned that, but I when I mention sit with it is I mean introspection like that.
Introspection, contemplation, it's different from meditation.
I think it's quite similar.
Yeah, and about alone, with the current condition and crime, right? Right now, is it safe to travel alone? What's your opinion about it?
To travel alone, I think it is safe too.
Uh, Like you
But you
jogging
have to
alone.
prepare all the equipment and you must be ready for that.
What equipment?
Equipment that is your daily equipment, I think. So
Example?
you are not confused in your travel.
Oh, okay. For your sadness or for your traveling, this is current condition is a lot of crime. Yeah, the economic is unstable, and crime increase. And I think if you travel alone to a dangerous place, maybe or uh, 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 the place we first go, we don't know the dangers of the place. If you travel alone, this is dangerous, right? And how to
Yeah.
handle it?
How to handle that? I think we must collect information as much as possible, I think, so we can anticipate the thing like that, to anticipate like crime or other things.
Okay, maybe it's my question. Thank you for the answer, Mr. Hanu.
Okay, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Indra and Mr. Hanung, I will try to give my opinion about travel alone. May I give my? Can I give my opinion?
Okay, Miss Shanti.
Oh, this is just uh, traveling alone is a good, but it depend. Traveling alone is safe. Depend on where you go and what you do. Like Mr. Indra said, how about we going to the extreme place or a danger place like mountain or we do like mountaineering, hiking, free diving or diving is the activity we cannot do alone, or we can allow do it we can do a lot by ourselves. But when you go to like city tour or just around with your motorbike around a city or around a tourism village, it must be safe because so many people out there and you still realize people around you. And what we have to do to be stay safe or when traveling alone is we very lucky because we live in a modern area. We can use or we can search in internet what we need, like the good place or the danger thing will happen when we going to somewhere or something like that. And very important to know alone is good, but we have to give ourselves limit when we have to alone and when we have to go alone or when we have to connect it with people. Okay, guys, that's my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Shanti.
Hello, Adit. Yola.
Hello, Miss.
Yes. Please do, Aditya.
So, okay, Mr. Hanung, as an introvert myself, does this alone trick will do to my habit?
I think it's very fit for the introvert like us,
I mean,
because it can prevent us from the unhealthy addiction. And then pardon, Mr. Aditya.
To be honest, as an introvert myself, I felt very bored when I get alone. So maybe to be more socialized, I try to connect with some of my friends to handle my problem. Yeah, maybe like that. So back to the question, uh, can you give me some tips to be more positive in a long time?
I think the tips that, like I mentioned before, like we are, when we alone, we spend time for cleaning our house for the start, because when we feel comfortable in our house, we feel like we make it have a better impact to our mood. And then we spend time when alone, like introspection and like that, and we realize that we are always connected, and we spend time alone to do the beneficial things, like chase our dreams, to learn something new, and like that, so we can prevent ourselves from the unhealthy addictions that do not bring anything good for ourselves. I think like that.
I see, I see. Thank you, Mr. Anung.
You are welcome.
Mr. Aditya, Mr. Hanu, I have some different opinion, right, about introvert. I think I read, and in my opinion, introvert is not about being alone. Some people who love to being alone, but an introvert has a tendency to be self-centered when it comes to gathering energy. But in their daily life, they can be chatty, humorous, have many friends. And to be alone is a dangerous, I think. It can be antisocial. And there are what is personality disorder that called antisocial personality disorder. Uh, there is a misconception about introvert, I think, and to be social is, I think, is important. If you in house every day, you can be antisocial. How about you? You think about that?
Yes, maybe I
Yes,
agree
of
with
course.
Mr. Okay, you go ahead,
Of
Mr.
course.
Danung.
Of course, we don't have to be alone all the time. We still need to the social activities like that to be connected with other people. What I mean in this procedure text is how to spend time alone in a healthy ways like that. That doesn't mean that we are always isolated ourselves in our home every day like that. That just make how to make ourselves feel comfortable when alone and spend time positively like that. And about introverts, yes, of course, that introverts is can be humorous and can be have many friends, but the definition of introverts, I think it's the person whom his energy is charged when he alone like that, and when he with other people all the time, that energy make him energy like uh reduce too much like that.
Yes, I agree with Mr. Hanung and Indra opinions. yeah, as an introvert, you don't have to be all by yourself. You know, sometimes you just go outside and talk to your neighborhood or make yourself comfortable in inside your environment. Yeah, I think more like that.
Okay, let me try. Yola, are you there, Yola? Okay, her connection.
Miss, yes, miss.
Okay,
Yes.
please do if you want to give feedback or questions.
I feel opposite with Hanum or other maybe something like just to make a balance because I feel not to be alone or something like uh, feeling lonely because it's too I think I feel so noise maybe uh, from my environment surrounding because I have some some child and I think I feel some activities so I've never feel for now currently I think I've never feel lonely because I just need sometimes I just need to be alone in my room not only uh, connecting with people, but when I feel burnt out, I need to be alone because uh, I think about the introvert and extrovert. When you have uh, some activity, you will combine it. I think, and when I don't know about the I don't know too much about the introvert perception, yeah, because uh, when I become a wife and a mother, I've never feel introvert because I need to be extrovert. Um, so I miss the lonely uh, lonely moment or being alone in my room. I think like that, Miss.
Okay, so what do you think, Hanum?
Of course, Miss, I agree with all opinion, Miss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so shall we call it a day? Do you have any other questions or we shall call it a day? What do you think?